Hello everybody, this is Scary Bear, and today we will be counting down the top 10 Mario Kart DS tracks. This list will not include retro tracks, for I will do the retro tracks in a separate video. So, if you're happy with that, let's get straight into it. Mediocre track. Let's move on. No guys, this isn't a typo. For once, a Rainbow Road isn't in my top 5 section of this list. This is my least favourite Rainbow Road in the franchise. It's so boring. The background's so bland and it's just boring. The only good thing I have to say about this track is the music. The music is pretty good, but that doesn't change the fact how boring this track is. This track could have been a lot better. DK Pass. The music is epic, the actual track though, not so epic. DK Pass is an okay track and all, but apart from Frappe Snowline, I'm not really a big fan of snow and ice levels. The track isn't strictly bad or anything, and the snowballs at the end was a nice touch, but there isn't really anything too special about DK Pass, and for some reason, DK Pass kind of reminds me more about Wario more than Donkey Kong. I don't really know what it is, maybe it's just the music, but whenever time I hear this track, or watch gameplay of this track, I kind of think of Wario more than Donkey Kong. I don't know what it is, but it's something. And here's another overrated track. Hey look, this track does have a cool atmosphere. I mean, racing inside a pinball machine named after Waluigi is pretty epic. The track isn't as good as people make it out to be. I mean, there are 6 other tracks that I think are better than this track. The sound effects are really well done, and the overall track is really cool, and it's definitely one of the best tracks in the game, but it is just an overrated track. Yeah, Peach Gardens is a pretty cool and relaxing track. I never thought that Princess Peach owns a garden outside our castle. Well, she does, and it's a pretty cool garden as well. I love the chain chomps that are randomly walking around the garden as well. It makes them feel like guard dogs that are guarding the castle from strangers. While it is debatable about whether they're doing a good job or not, it's still pretty cool nonetheless. Wario Stadium has the exact same atmosphere as GCN Waluigi Stadium. A dirt bike track atmosphere in a stadium. So DS Wario Stadium is bound to be on this list. This track also shares the same thing as Waluigi Pinball, so again that's double points for this track. Again, if you're racing in a stadium with tens and thousands of people cheering you on, this creates an awesome atmosphere. So yeah, that's all to say about this track. Let's just move on. DS Tick-Tock Clock. Okay, what a track. This is such a weird and unique track, and that is why I love it. While I do prefer the Wii U/Switch remake, the original is still a great track. It's just so different. We're so used to seeing the Mario Circuit, Bowser's Castle, Rainbow Road, etc. But then there's just a track named after a clock. A clock! Just let that sink in for a moment. A track that is themed after a clock. The uniqueness of this track makes it so memorable, and it definitely just stands out. It's just so different. This Bowser's Castle is pretty cool. The music is very unsettling, which gives it a perfect Bowser's Castle atmosphere. I quite like the spinning platforms as well. They make a basic track more fun to play due to them spinning. The thumps are put into really good places as well. For a handheld, this Bowser's Castle is pretty complex. I mean, the Nintendo DS is a 32-bit console, The N64 is more powerful than the Nintendo DS. I have no idea how they put a highly complicated track into a tiny DS with great quality music. Nonetheless, I am impressed. This course definitely has its charm. The music is cool, and the Statue of Liberty, well, Nintendo's version of it, is pretty funny, and the bridge at the end is super fun. I never thought that a Mario Kart track based off a marketplace would be fun, but hey, you know, there's just one flaw about this track, something that doesn't make it number one, and that is that its track is a bit flat. The only jump in this track is the bridge near the end. Nevertheless, this track is nothing short of a masterpiece, and it definitely deserves to be second place in the best Mario Kart DS track. But there is one track that just beats it. Want to know what it is? Well, I'm going to tell you. Yeah, okay, number one really is DS Airship Fortress. I mean, okay, where do I begin? DS Airship Fortress is nothing short of a masterpiece. For starters, it's themed after the airship levels from Super Mario Bros. 3. I can't believe it took Nintendo this long to come up with a track design like that, but hey, I'm not complaining. Just like a Bowser's Castle stage, the atmosphere is dark and gloomy. I also love the purpley pinky clouds in the background. The music is also so appropriate. The choir is nothing short of amazing. So, you'll start by dodging some deadly bullet bills. Then you'll start winding your way past the multi-moles. Then you'll be carefully avoiding some gigantic fireballs. Then you'll be shot out of a gigantic, massive, colossal cannon. And then you will make the longest turn in the Mario Kart franchise. And repeat the process twice more. This track is just a blast to play. The atmosphere, the turns, the bullet bills, the overall theme, just everything. And hey, I could just go on forever because this track truly is a masterpiece. But you know what? I'll talk about this track some more during the face-off video. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But until then, I'll say DS Airship Fortress is without a doubt the best track in Mario Kart DS. Well, the best Nitro track, that is. Since Airship Fortress made it to number one, it is in the face-off with GCN Bowser's Castle, GBA Sunset Wilds, N64 Chopper Mountain, and of course, the mighty, the legendary SNES Rainbow Road. So yeah, thank you for watching, and please subscribe and like the video, and I shall see you all next week. Goodbye.